Okay, we can have 3 of these. Control sublink. Nice. High tier implant. Increase control group count up to 6. Nice. Then we have these extra centipedes, which is really powerful. Extra max. Remote shielder. Okay, sounds good. And this is just to summon a mech, summon the enemies. We have the Ultra Mech deck, which is Blaster. Okay, sounds good. Mech Lord helmet, repair probe. Okay, nice. Makes it to where, yeah, I assume that once you are like fully kitted out with everything, you're kind of just like super mech person. So like, let's think about this for a second. So if you have everything, this is like 12. 24. Let's control groups. So it doesn't do anything for us in this case. So 33, assuming you can use this with that. So 33, and then however many band nodes you want. Maybe get up to 40. I don't think there's an upper limit on this. So yeah, you could have potentially 40. Yeah, potentially 40. 40 command points. Out of curiosity, will these guys be like 5? So you'd be able to have like 8 of these? That's crazy. Crazy. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you'd have like you'd have an army if you wanted to. Army of hyper specialized servants. We're all really good at what they do. But yeah, our militaries will be up sooner rather than later, hopefully. Well, maybe a little bit later than sooner. And is nice and warm outside. We have survived an entire year. Luckily, the zombies have stayed at a distance, so we haven't had to worry about them too much. So that's good. Once our militaries are all back, we'll see what we're gonna do. Alright, guys. Do you believe that is all the time I have for this episode? Or, well, episode, for this stream. So I'll catch you all next time, and thanks for watching, everyone. Hello, everyone. Let's go ahead and get back into it, as we make our way ever forward, in the hopes that one day we can find ourselves free from this planet. Well, let's go. There's too much pollution down here. We need to essentially either make ourselves immune to pollution or come down here and like clear those zombies and then fortify this place. This is nice, but that would be better. But alright, Ben, what are we doing? What are we researching? Standard mech tech. Gotta love it. Alright. We have 800 steel, 18 components. For the standard mechs, we're going to need a gestator and a large charger. Medium charger, I think? I think it's a medium charger. Large charger. What, do these guys all use large chargers as well? Yeah, I think these guys use large chargers. Okay, well, that's fine either way. Go on, Fen, do your thing, don't die. Not dying is important. It is 21 degrees outside, that's not too bad. We're smashing a mechanoid. Sounds like it's going to chafe, but we've got... we did lose a bunch of our mechanoids last time, so we are currently regrowing them. We don't actually want to do that, Fen. Instead, what we want to do is just continue mining. That's going to give us the best chance. Hello, Puppeteer. How are you? Robots versus zombies? Sounds like... yeah, it sounds like the Rim. So, yeah, the zombies have thankfully decided to come down here and just hang out down here, claiming this was a good idea. But every now and again they get back up here, and Fenn's for some reason running down here to smash these mechanoids. So let's just forbid those, and instead tell him to mine all of this good stuff. Alright, Fenn. Do it. So how are you doing, the Puppeteer? They're in the literal wall. Tucker's bugs. Except... well, you see, Tucker, there's a problem. We are kind of trying to do a solo. Okay. Yeah, it's... oh, okay, so I see you are... Pacific time. Alright. The Reverend Light Corps, yeah. Yeah, I have that. I feel you there. Yeah. Good old Eastern time. But yeah, I feel you. It's definitely one of those things where... yeah. When you can't sleep, you can't sleep. The best advice I can give for that kind of scenario is to always try and... Always try to find that time when you are feeling tired, and then go to sleep as soon as you're able to. Like, that tends to work a bit better. You know that point where it's like, I don't know, 8 or 7 or something, and you're tired, but you know, you want to stay up till 10 or something, 10, 11, 12, but it's just not going to actually work out the way you want. That usually works. Right, what we are doing is we have our hydroponics basins down here. We should get more just to, like, protect ourselves from starvation. It's Rim time. That is correct. It's time for life on the Rim. Alright, so... Oh, a shaman merchant. Do we have anything that he'll want? Probably. The question is he going to come to me, or is he going to go to someone else? Let's run out there and grab him before he gets to the zombies. Okay. I want to sell you this donkey. I'm not going to use it for anything. I want to keep my components. Your smoke leaf. Well, our mood is pretty good. We aren't really struggling with mood. I could take your plasteel. I will start needing it for the medium mechs, I think. The signal chip, we're keeping that. That's mine. All right. Psychic Soothe Pulsar. Okay. Sounds good. We don't need any of that. We don't really get sick all that much because it's kind of because of where we are. We don't need food. So I'll just take his money. So, we're in a nice area where we don't have to worry about it. What we'll also do is have the clean sweeper, when we eventually make a clean sweeper, that will... oh no. Yeah, the clean sweeper will go and slowly mop up the pollution, and because it rarely, if ever, gets above freezing in this biome, we can kind of just keep pollution indefinitely. What we will eventually want to do is use an exploit that exists in the game. So I would explain this earlier, but I'll explain it again. So how pollution spreading works is normally we have a pack of 5 pollution. So what that means is that it will pollute 5 squares. So we can just make this nice and visual. So, if this pollution went, let's say we put it here and then it deteriorated, it would pollute 5 squares. However, there is a way you can deal with it. And that is this. Let's say you store your pollution in a 4x4 block that you've dug into a mountain somewhere that you're never going to go anywhere near. And you have proceeded, let's say it's in the mountain. So we don't have to worry about that. Whatever, we'll just make it a big 8x8 block so it's clearer. And we have non-polluted. Okay, so this is what we would have, and in this case, hello second viewer, we would make sure that this spot, and that spot is polluted. We actually want a few more. Wait. Yeah, that's fine now. But let's just say that this one is clear as well. Well, if we go and we put a pollution pump, say here, and let's say we put another one here, we can get away with just one. That one would require... That one would make it to where only 3 could be clear. No, wait, we could do 4. Yeah, that would work. So what this pump will do is it will make sure that these 4 slots are always free of pollution. It will... So what will happen is when pollution is spreading, it will spread until it fills its current, say, container, its current area. So put that in perspective. If we had a pollution packet here and it deteriorated and it was 5 packets, it would fill all of these 2 spots and then it would stop filling, so it wouldn't bleed over into this. This is just so you don't have something where stuff really starts quickly running into your area. So we know that it would only fill that. So over here, when we look at our plan here, when this packet deteriorates, it will fill this spot, hit that one and stop. Then this one, and then all of this is now just one area. So this breaks open and it fills that spot. But then it stops because it hits this one. And that's how we're able to turn 20 pollution into 4 pollution. And it works really well. So that's how I'd recommend you do it. If you don't want to do it that way, if you don't want to implement any kind of cheese or anything like that, then your best shot, quite literally, is to just dump it off out of your map. That's the best way to do it, I think. I recommend that you do not just send it over to an enemy base, because if you do, they will send a massive amount back towards you. So just keep that in mind. You'll send them like, I don't know, 100 packets of pollution, and then they dump like 200 packets of pollution into your territory. Yeah, and you'll see when we eventually get there and need to demonstrate it. But this will get filled up, then this will get filled up, and we'll have to expand our secondary storage. These guys are going to wipe out the zombies for us because they're just cool like that. Thanks, guys. Alright then, go on in. But right now what we need is to get a floor going. Research complete. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got that now. That enables us to build all kinds of really useful things. So we need a large gestator and a medium, and then a large charging machine. Now, luckily, those can be placed outside. It doesn't cause any kind of problem. So we're going to go over here to gestators. You know, why don't we just lean really hard into that? Detoxifier bionics. Is that a mod or is that something else? Oh yeah, detoxifier lung and kidney. I will also say that if you just get a gas mask, you can mostly ignore pollution for the most part. Hello, third viewer. How are you? Hope you are well. So yeah, if you get a gas mask, you can largely just ignore it. We're going to eventually just give our, like, when we get to researching it, we're going to just make ourselves immune to pollution so we don't have to worry about it. It doesn't matter. Outside of the places that we're growing, say, you know, Psyche Tea and Smoke Leaf and all this other stuff, just so we can keep ourselves happy. Because if we go crazy, then, you know, we have problems. But if we don't go crazy, then everything's fantastic. Okay. So. That's right. We're connecting with machines. Okay, so where am I going to put this large one? Okay, let's see. A tank of Mechanite-rich fluid. Does it block windmills? I don't think so. It might, though. Okay, well, we will put that one there. And then large mech recharger, we will put this one here. We'll plan to put another one over there. Okay, so there's a fun thing about large mechs as opposed to small mechs. Most small mechs, if not all small mechs, only require one gestation cycle, and they're perfectly fine. Large mechs almost always require multiple. So with that in mind, that will become an issue eventually. And there is something that I can do here that I haven't done for some reason. Thinking about it's kind of silly, but let's get the toxifier generator. Because we're already leaning hard into like pollution, so why not just go all the way, right? Come on, Jaguar! You got it! Hey, you did it! Fantastic, Jaguar. You're really good at fighting, aren't you? Not really. Ranging from 2 to 12. Yeah, I think you can have like 12 bion. You might be able to have 12 bionics. I don't know for absolute certain, but I'm pretty sure you probably can. Donkey! I thought I sold you, Donkey. Ah, yeah, it's all the toxic buildup. Oh, cycles. Yes, yes, yes. Believe it or not, I've never actually built any of the higher mech tech. But we will get there. Oh no. But they're just zombies. How bad could they be? And then we die. Go on, Militaurs, get them! What? Wait, what are we doing out there? Ben, back to safety. One little nibble and you die. Potentially. We can't have that. Alright, so these guys are making their... Alright, well, we decided to go in there anyway. We make good decisions. Alright, so... we smart. Okay, so what we need to do is create some detoxifier stuff. So this is nice. It's getting done early. And once we get the toxifier, expensive. They're pretty good though. If we're handling zombie situation, yeah, Scorchers is fantastic against zombies. Hey, good. Our last Militor, he got well, our 4 of 6 Militors got set up. The only thing that's kind of scary about zombies is how we have our Zombieland set up. There is no incubation period. Well, there's no treatment period for becoming a zombie, and there's no like warning period to like say that becoming a zombie is inevitable now. So what that means is whenever like a big trading group shows up of like 20 people, if I roll on that 10% that group is infected, there's now 20 super zombies coming my way. It's like, we're screwed. We're gonna die. Yeah, how I'm playing at Cure is pointless. It's instead just don't get bit. I mean, you can do the Cure, but it in a way, it kind of reduces Zombieland in a lot of ways. So I usually just play with it to where they can come out whenever it's dark, which means during the winter where I am. That's awesome. And we're way up here. There's a Mechinator base up here that we can go to. Yeah. So we'll eventually go up there and probably then grab another Mechinator. So how our settings are is zombies only show up during the nighttime. And during the winter, it's basically like, I don't know, 20 days, 30 days of pure night. During the summer, though, it's pretty much just, there are very few zombies. They only spawn from the edges, they attack all creatures, so they don't just ignore the mechs, like they will if you don't tell them to attack all creatures. Senses are limited just because, you know, it's sort of like Project Zomboid, I guess. As long as we don't get them to come to us, they won't. They don't eat corpses, so if they kill a humanoid, the humanoid corpse will just lay there until they become a super zombie. Otherwise, they'll just eat the corpse and, well, you know, a super zombie. None of the special zombies are removed, so that means eventually we'll get a dozer zombie, and then that will cause us all kinds of problems. But yeah, because we have so few colonists, there aren't going to be a ton of zombies. That is one thing. And also, you know, safe limit on melee sky high, despite the fact that I'm not actually meleeing anyone. But yeah, like this. Basically with this one, if an infected group shows up, they will immediately turn into zombies. You can think about this one as like the Project Zomboid thing, where there is no cure whatsoever. You could put duration. Yeah. I think like the multiplayer mod it doesn't work well with. The magic mod it worked fine with though, so that was good. Also with mechs, what I found works really well is to have like multiple zones. So like if I'm gonna have them defend, I can have them just go down there. But if I'm having them just go out there and make sure zombies don't get near us, then they're fine up there. Alright. I don't know what I use the signal chip for yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll find out very, very soon. No. Yeah, those super zombies, they're really dangerous too. It's like, you just get a bunch of tribals show up to fight you, and it's just like, oh, well, this isn't too bad. They've got like a mix between... yeah. It's like normal tribals, they have a mix between usually melee weapons and ranged weapons, and you know, their skill is like 1 to maybe like 10 usually. And then the super zombies, they're just like, they're really, really good at fighting. And they take a lot more hits than a humanoid does to take down usually. So if you're playing an all melee team, like, you're in trouble. I'm in danger. Alright, Tunneler. I need you. And I've never made one of you before either. So you take 3 bandwidth. We need to make that, probably. Yeah, I haven't played with the androids yet. Ah, yeah, that's where it is. He also needs a standard sub-core? We make those here? Where is it? I think it's like a different sub-core. Basic. Okay, so I need the one where it scans someone's brain. I think if we scan ourselves, we can't do that like twice. Or gives us like an extreme sickness or something. Remember, that's kind of bad for us. Yeah, so standard subcores, I just need to make the other one. It's like the brain scanner or something. So, yeah. And there's one where you can get scanned once, but if you get scanned again, you die. I don't remember what that one's called. But subcore self-scatter, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I could kidnap somebody. Phrase you usually don't hear outside of very specific circles. Nice. Yeah, the rip scanner, I do remember, killed you outright. That's right. They'll come here and they'll like it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make toxifier generators and then have pumps to clean it. I need to make a Molotov.